Hello, once again, everybody, and welcome back to Turn It Around. We are on episode 9. We are one away from 10 episodes. Something I never believed I would accomplish, but I am about to accomplish it. Celebration time! Woo! Nah, in all serious, though, episode 9, we are finishing up with 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, it always loves, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. Love never fails. The Greek word for never is the negative adverb oudepote, and it literally means never. And it comes from the words oude, which means and not, neither, as in neither, nor, not even, and not, and the word pote, which means once ever, as in at one time or other, at some time, formerly. The Greek word for fail, which we have covered in a previous video, is pipto. Note there is an accent over the O, and it means to fall, as in I fall, fall under, as under condemnation, fall prostrate. Love doesn't fail. Ever. It literally never fails. True love, agape love, which we have been talking about throughout this entire section, agape love never fails. It will never fall. It will never fall prostrate. No matter what trials or tribulations you may face, love will overcome those trials and tribulations. Love is so powerful that no matter what you come up against, love will persevere and overcome those trials and tribulations. It will never fail you. It will never fail the ones you love. As long as it is a true love, it will never fail and will lift others up and help them through their own trials and tribulations. Where there are prophecies, the Greek word used here is the noun prophetia, accent over the first E, and it means prophecy, as in prophecy, prophesying, the gift of communicating and enforcing revealed truth. It comes from the verb prophetuo, and it means to foretell, tell forth, prophesy, as in I foretell, prophesy, I set forth matter of divine teaching by special faculty. Prophecy and prophets were an important thing in biblical times, especially in the Old Testament times. Prophets were the people's one avenue to God. Prophets would tell the people what God told them. Prophets were famous, prophets were revered, and I'm sure some might have even been worshipped. But even prophecy and prophets are nothing when compared to love, as we will see, because where there are prophecies, they will cease. And the Greek word here for cease is kartargeo, and it means to render inoperative or abolish, as in I make idle or inactive, make of no effect, annul, abolish, bring to naught, discharge, sever, separate from. And it comes from the words kata, which means down, against, according to, as in against, down from, throughout, by, and argeo, and it means to be idle, as in I linger, delay, am idle. Love makes prophecy idle, makes it inactive, makes it have no effect, annuls it, abolishes it, brings it to nothing. As famous, as important as prophecy and prophets were in Old Testament times and biblical times, love makes those things and those people mean nothing, makes them of no effect, annuls them and abolishes them. It brings to nothing. Love is the most powerful thing God gifted us. It is so powerful, so much more powerful even than prophecy and prophets might have been. Love is the most powerful thing God gave us, gifted to us. It is something that we all want, need, and desire. And it is something that can make even prophecy have no effect. Do not take love for granted or underestimate its power, because God gave it to us so that we would be able to have and to show the power of love. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Greek word used for tongues is the noun glossa, and it means the tongue or a language, as in the tongue, a language, a nation, which is usually distinguished by their speech. And they will be stilled. The Greek word here is powel, and it means to make cease, hinder, as in I cause to cease, restrain, hinder. Think about how many people are on this earth. What is it, like 7 point some billion people on the entire planet with hundreds, if not thousands, of different languages? Think about how many languages that is. Think about how many tongues and voices that is. And love makes them cease, restrains them, and hinders them. No words can overpower love. No words, and no matter what language, no matter who's speaking it. No words, no tongues can overcome the power of love, cannot lessen the power of love. Love is its own language, the most powerful language that God gifted to everyone. A language that we can all show, a language that we can all understand. Do not discount the language of love. It is a real language, and it is a language that we can all hear and see and understand, because that is what God intended for love. Intended it to be something that all peoples, all nations can see and understand from each other. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. The Greek word for knowledge is the noun gnosis, and it means a knowing, knowledge, as in knowledge, doctrine, wisdom. And it comes from the word ginosko, and it means to come to know, recognize, perceive, as in I am taking in knowledge, come to know, learn. And kartargeo is once again used here for it will pass away. Knowledge is power, they say. But while that might be true, the power of knowledge pales in comparison to the power of love. Because love never passes away. As we get older and dementia or our brain faculties start to diminish. The knowledge we gained will start to be forgotten. But we will never forget how and who to love and to show love to. We might forget who the first president of the United States is. We might forget who the president is right now. But we will never forget love. Because love never passes away. Even if, whether it be your friends, your family, your partners, you will always have love, even if it is just love from God. Love will always, always be. It will never fail. It will never pass away. It will never be forgotten. Greek language, many forms of love. 8 forms that I found. 8 forms of love. That's a lot of forms of love. First, there is Philia Love, which is an affectionate love, a love between close friends and family. It's love without attraction. It's the love you show your friends when you see them, the excitement you get when you see them, the excitement you get when you see a family member that you haven't seen in a while. It is love, perhaps one of the easiest loves to give and to receive. And it is a love that we all want and desire because we don't want to be alone. I know I desire Philia love every day, and I give Philia love to every day. It inflates my heart whenever I receive Philia love. It makes me happy, which is what love should do. Next, we got Pragma Love, which is a bonded love, matures over many years. It's an everlasting love between a couple. This is the love you get between a husband and a wife. This is what their vows are meant to express. Their bonded love after being with each other for years and years that has matured. A love that is meant to last until death. Pragma love is a love that many, if not all, people desire, but it's a love that not everyone gets. I have always dreamed of finding Pragma love, finding that one person, that one woman that I can share my life and my Pragma love with, and that will show and share her Pragma love with me. For those of you who have Pragma love, don't take it for granted. Cherish it. Because not everybody gets to have it. Storky is the natural flowing love between parents and children, as well as best friends that are considered family. It is familial love. It is the love that when they say a parent loves their child no matter what. But I fear today that many people have lost Storky love. Have parents throwing their kids out at the smallest infraction. This drop of a hat, as the saying goes. not showing those children Storky love. I fear it is a love that we have forgotten. Storky love should be one of the easiest loves to show. And yet, we see every day where it is not shown and it is lost. Love your children. Children love your parents. Always show them Storky love every day. Eros. Pretty sure we all know Eros. It's passionate love displayed through physical affection. It's romantic love. Or you could say it's sexual love. It is holding hands, kissing, hugging, snuggling, cuddling. Whatever form of physical affection you can think of, that is Eros love. It is a love shown between two people who love each other. Usually, I would say only in marriage, but as we know today, that's not always the case. But it is the physical showing of the love you have for somebody. Ludus is a childlike and flirtatious love. It's commonly found in the beginning stages of a relationship, aka the honeymoon stage. It's playful love. For those of you who have been in relationships for many years, I'm sure you remember that honeymoon stage where you basically couldn't keep your hands off each other, couldn't help teasing and playing and flirting with each other. It's a beautiful form of love. And I fear that it is lost through the years. But Ludus love should not be lost in a relationship. You should be able to show Ludus love throughout your entire life to the one that you were in a relationship with. Don't let the playfulness of love escape you. Cherish those times that you have with your partners and your loved ones. Mania, in my opinion, from the ones I found, is the worst form of love. The love, kind of love that, a one sided love that nobody should want to have. And it's an obsessive love that can lead to unwanted jealousy or possessiveness. It's also known as codependency. We already saw that love rejects envy, rejects jealousy. Mania love is not a good kind of love. All you have to do is look at what happened between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That is what can happen when you have mania love. It can lead to insanity. It can lead to pain and hurt, both physical and emotional. Mania love should be avoided at all cost. Philia is a healthy form of love where you recognize your own self-worth and don't ignore your personal needs. It is self-love. Now, I know it said earlier love rejects self-seekingness, but this is different. This is you reminding yourself that you are worth something. That no matter what others say, You are worth something to somebody, and especially worth something to God. Because if you weren't, God would not have sent his son to die for you and everyone else. You are worth something to God, and God tries to show it to you every day by helping you to not ignore your personal needs, your need to eat, sleep, drink. God provides for those needs because he knows that's how we survive. Don't ignore those needs because God doesn't ignore those needs. Let God show you the worth you have to him, and to show yourself the love you have for yourself. And of course, the last one is what we've been talking about throughout this entire section: agape love, that divine, transcendent, selfless form of love where you don't expect anything in return. A love that is shown through working at a food pantry, a clothes pantry, a soup kitchen, volunteering at a clothing drive, or at a hospital. Agape love is a love we should all aspire to show because it is a love that we all desire to have. It is the love God has for us, the love he tries to show us every day. Aspire to agape love. Aspire to that selfless form of love, transcendent form of love, where you see hope light up the eyes of someone who may not have had it, as our eyes shined with hope when God sent his son to die for our sins. I thank you for listening to my ramblings. I'm just trying to show you how important love is, and that can cause me to get wordy. I pray your week is filled with Philia Love, Pragma Love, Storky Love, Philia Love, and Agape Love. And if you are married and have a partner, maybe even Eros and Ludus Love too. I pray that you are shown all the forms of love, minus Mania. I pray that you show that love to others as well. Remember that love never fails. No matter what trial or tribulation you face, love will lift you up and help you overcome. I thank you for your support in hitting that subscribe button, the like button, that bell so you can be notified when I upload a video. I thank you for listening. I love you. God loves you. And remember to love yourself. Thank you. Goodbye.